There. Yeah. Watching myself catch up on the stream is always fun. I see a cat. Oh, I haven't actually checked to see if I put this up right. I did. Good. Sugar Kitty. Welcome. Thank you for bringing your time and attention here for Sober Sunday, as always. What you drinking? Tell me all the details. I'm drinking a beer. At least I will be. I haven't opened it yet. We are getting ready to begin another week and the end of the month, which is a weird one because it's right in the middle. Something about when the months change in the middle of the week, like straight up the middle of the week. I don't mean like Thursday, Friday, or Monday, Tuesday. I mean when it ends on a Wednesday, like this week. Starts up on a Thursday. Feels a little weird. Oh. I haven't eaten dinner yet. Don't worry, I had a smoothie. We're good. Sure, Katie, what are you up to? How goes things down there? Oh, I had the echo effect turned on. I'm sorry. I did that at the... That's when I did the podcast. The podcast, I turned the echo on at the end and see you out there. And I forget to turn it off a lot. And unfortunately, I can't hear it unless I put these on. I usually don't put these on because I don't need to, generally speaking. Deanston 14 Organic. Deanston, you say? I don't know if I've had Deanston. I feel like I haven't. I'm keeping these on now because I don't want this to happen again. Feels silly. Blustery up here. Zenboot, hello. Welcome. Thank you for bringing your time and attention here. As always, is greatly appreciated. Yeah, I had my window open this morning, but not for long. Actually, no, it was a little while. It was like in the middle of the day. I'm like, it's not getting warmer in here. I thought it would be more comfortable. No, it stayed around 50, 60-ish. 60 is a high, so 50-something Fahrenheit, which is fine, at night. When you're like, ooh, nighttime here. Speaking of night, I don't know how I'm transitioning to this. Get ready, folks, for the beginning of the travel chaos. Beginning next week. What? Greetings, my name is Brian. Welcome to KillCo. Mental Musings. Sober Sunday. Sober for me, mind you. Everyone else is perfectly... in fact, I encourage it almost. Please bring your drinks here and tell me what they taste like. I'd like to know. I remember what whiskey is. Very blustery. Work outside and it was all blowing around. And we have information, kind of grainy to the point of a bit funk. Otherwise, typical Highland and all bourbon barrels. I don't remember what that tastes like. It's like it's a Highland. It's really, Got some vines, too. That was not fun. Just all around the lilac and roses, Sharon bushes. Oh, no. Yard work. It's that time, isn't it? It is that time. Speaking of that time. This bureau brought to you by Zenboot. Cheers. I find bureaus in general go better with food. I don't know if it's just because that's become my norm. If I have one of these, it's like usually eating dinner or lunch if I'm feeling spicy. But I have a feeling the big non-alcoholic part also has something to do with it. Like, if you have a drink when it's alcohol in it, you're like, yeah, I'm going to have a drink. I'm going to have 2. I'm going to have 3. I'm going to... But when it's just non-alcoholic, you have 1 and you're kind of done with it. We still have this, by the way. I had the other one. The lemonade thing with the attractive anime person on it. I had the other one yesterday. I was this does something. We've learned this. I had the one on Friday, and it, I got a little like, and then I had one yesterday. Also, I got a little twitchy. I started pacing. I started pacing around my apartment. Ugh. Bulbs are out. Bulbs are all out. We started to fade a bit. Late spring stuff is starting. The lilacs started. And there's some Irish buds. Yes, I talked about in the... I always feel weird when I do a podcast then a stream because I don't know who listens to the podcast at all. So members and patrons have access to that. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. It worked. Thank you. Thank you. That's awesome. I want to make sure that... isn't that fun? That's fun for me, at least. I like the fact that people can interact and mess with the stream a little bit. Just a little bit. To what I want. That's the key. If some kind of action thing that I like and I'm okay with, then you can do it. And depending on how annoying I might find it or how silly it is, more or less. And it's all based on cash and coins or something. I'm not sure. Why isn't that? There we go. Okay. I'll make sure I highlighted that. Yeah, I haven't gone outside all weekend. I don't know if that's never a bad thing. That is standard Brian procedure. Friday, live stream ends. The whole weekend, don't go anywhere. That's my norm. And I haven't been doing that lately. The rhododendrons. Cherry and apple blossoms now faded. Yeah. When I did go out, I got the big old, like, spring is here. Flowers are blooming. Trees are, green leaves are coming out. This is great. And also pollen. But I don't have allergies. I just know more and more people around me are like, oh, God, my allergies. I'm like, oh, sucks for you. I can breathe the air without feeling like weird. And here's the thing. I don't know what allergies really feel like. I imagine it's like you have a cold, similar to that. Like scratchy throat and sniffles and just irritated. I don't want to know, ever. I thought I had allergies for a while, but I don't know what that was. When I was like 20-something. Seems like spring, I would start to sneeze and get all weird. I never checked it out, so it's never been a problem since. I think it was probably the bookstore I was in. I worked at a Barnes & Noble. Maybe I was allergic to that. That was not a fun time. Working the magazine section, that's a little bit of hell. You learn, my disgust of the human race just grew from doing that job. People are such asshats. No, it's followed me. Thank you. Yeah, remember that? Terrifying. Terrifying from Subnautica. Those things would all freak me out. There's another Subnautica game that either is coming out or did come out. I've been considering playing that, but I've actually been on a lull, believe it or not, with gaming. I don't feel anything of it. Like I like being an assassin with a ship. That's a lot of fun. But then all I do is just that. I don't feel like I should continue the story at all and do all the little side quests and little missions and do this and do that. It get very distracting, which I know they like. And Fallout, I've kind of getting to the end game of that. The only thing I do are like their little events, mostly. And what else? There's another game I'm playing. I'm not going to tell you about that one. It's for me alone. What was it? There's Fallout, there's Assassin's Creed, and there's... keep forgetting the name. I haven't played it much. And it's not officially released. That's the other thing. Oh, what's it called? God damn it. Steam, tell me. Well, Baldur's Gate came out recently again. Assassin's Creed Path of Exile 2 and Fallout 76 have been the games I'm playing the most. I still have to play Sea of Thieves. Wizard wickedness. So those have been fun, but I haven't really gotten... the most invested game I played recently is Fallout, and I've played that to death, almost. I will look at the hours and let you know. I have played 581.6 hours of that game. Let's do math, children. Everyone loves math. It's 24 days of playing that game. 24 days, folks. That's a good investment. There's actually a achievement for it, and I think it's the achievement if you play 760 days or something like that. I'll find out. It's gonna bother me if I don't know. One of the ones I did offline was a achievement to stand in the middle of where a nuke was happening. You don't survive. I was hoping I would. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh no. I don't wanna. Let's see. Where is it? A weed killer, so I can kill those overgrown things and trogs and all these other creatures I haven't even seen yet. Where is it? Kill another player. Kill a wanted player. Still haven't done those. Play a holotape game. I don't know how to do that. Did I do it already? Alright, whatever. Well, I was pretty sure there was one for playing a hell of a lot of hours. You were drinking without me? I think I remember Bob. He sat near me, didn't he? Or his wife did? Some odd situation like that. Ow. Jesus. Punch the microphone. Did they pour anything fancy? Anything you like? And what are you drinking tonight, Zenbood? What drugs are you on? Oh, also, remember to like and subscribe, become a patron, or become a channel member. I'm supposed to say that. It helps me and the channel, because I am the channel. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember. I have a very vague recollection of those events, mainly because they were in that big building. It felt very... The building had history, is the way to put it. Some wine? You're a madman. Have you had a non-alcoholic wine yet? I know it exists. I do not plan to drink any of it, because that's just juice. And as I recall, we've talked about one of the downfalls of mocktails is always what they use to make them, being soda or juice. And I've been trying to find something else. Soda water works, but it's not, that doesn't, bleh. So the big news coming up, Rob Smith, hello. Welcome. Thank you for being here. What are you drinking this evening? Let us know. The big thing is not, I keep thinking it's this week. It is not. It is next week. I will be venturing out into the world for a trip to somewhere. There is a vote on both Patreon and now officially just anyone who watches the channel can vote, because I want to get as many opinions about it as possible. And I will be going up to either New Hampshire or Maine for my first car sleeping car travel journey, really. It's going to be a journey because I have to go up there and survive off very little. That's my biggest concern. I do not have money to spend on restaurants or fast food or any of that. So I'm going to have to figure out what to eat for 2 or 3 days and lug that around. I still do not have a cooler. Oh, and there is, I will put an asterisk on this entire thing for traveling across the United States. Visiting my friend, seeing my friend. I still want to do that desperately, of course. That's what I want. However, Oregon and California and all these camping places and stuff over there have a tendency to catch fire. So if there's a problem, if nature says no, then I guess I can't go, or I will figure something else out in all likelihood. Thinking time of year, I might make it more of a YouTube whiskey tube type thing. So there's the possibility, as I said, of seeing Four Leaf. If I do get all the way over there, if I want to still try to get as far over there as possible, there's Utah. Hopefully talk with Whiskey Mountains. There's going to Texas itself, hitting up Iron Root, even if I'm not going to drink anything. Maybe by then I will. Who knows? I don't know at all. And what else? Kentucky. I can drive to Kentucky. I can drive to Virginia. I've been meaning to go there to Virginia Distillery. That is a good idea. I'm going to write that down. There. I will forget. So it helps if you guys remember. It's in there now, and it's a plan. As far as, go to Virginia Distillery. That'd be fun. I'm looking for the wrong thing. Acrostic 12. Across 13 rum finish and Clanley's 10 cask strength to compare and contrast. Oof. Sorry, I'm trying to keep myself tired. I don't want to, but I lay down earlier today because I got just utterly drained at about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. And kind of hit the reset button on my brain, dozed off for a moment, came back. I'm trying to keep myself kind of, because I need to go to bed early tonight. So I gotta go up early tomorrow. Alarm is set for 6:45. Yay! It'll be great. And this week is the last week I will be exercising at Element Fitness, where I've been going for years now, and I'm sad about it. But it's been a good run. There's that. I'm in the best shape of my life. And there are possible other plans that I will have in the future to maintain what I'm trying to do, which is just be in the best physical shape I can be. See my best self. That's the official phrase I've been using. And I can't see my best self until I lose a bunch of weight and gain more muscle. And that's just, let's make sure it's clear that that is not something I need. Like, I do not need to be a bodybuilder. That would be a very different type of channel. I'm going to become a bodybuilder. No, I just want to be in as good shape as a 44, going on a 45-year-old man of my sort can be. And we're doing pretty good so far, as I like to think. It's mostly more exercise is needed, and nutrition needs to be solid. That's the hardest part, I think, is for me at least, is people never really think too hard about nutrition and the amount of protein you need to get into your diet. Oh, God. YouTube took me down a rabbit hole earlier where it showed me a man who was like 7'5", and he was visiting Taiwan, and he was a bodybuilder. He's like a freaking giant oak tree walking around the place. And he talked once he started talking about the amount of protein and food he needed to consume a day, I was exhausted. Basically, now they have those cartons of yogurt, those big, like, whole thing, and you can scoop out as much of it as we want. He eats one of those a day. Like, that much yogurt. All of it. Ridiculous. I complain about eating food and how tiring it is. Good God. I love food. I love eating food. I like that part of it, but the making it and having to do it 3 times a day, every day, it's a lot. And somehow we're just supposed to manage. What happened to the music? Is it too low? Let's see. No, that's me. I don't want to hear myself. There we go. Can you hear it? The evil spirit next door has some kind of personage over there. And they both like to talk loud because they have no consideration for other people. And also the walls are thin. So even with this sound dampening stuff in my walls, you can still hear. It's fine. Let me know if the music's too loud, too soft, too annoying. Gotta make sure that's all set up. We did get tagged yesterday. Was it yesterday? I streamed yesterday, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I played Fallout. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Okay. There was, if you were here, there was a part where I had to put on a clown suit and entertain people, and the music they were using during that was no go. Nothing serious, no actual like, oh gosh, I'm in trouble. They never really have that problem. Just they let me know, and they're like, you can't monetize this, and I go, I'm not monetized in that way. Screw you. I'm monetized in super chats and I'm monetized in memberships. Those would work great, especially when Packer Greenie just comes in and sprinkles the whole area with memberships. I love it. But other than that, it's Tangia, and I'm trying to, again, the Tangia thing's new. I like it. It's fun. Especially when it does things like it's supposed to. I used to have it up here, but this is the area for my other, this is for people who join the channel and subscribe. And then Super Chats, Mega Chats, Venmo, I think that's the same, isn't it? I don't remember. But all of that. There's a system here. It's not a great system, but it's a system. We're figuring it out. And at the very least, if you do become a member, you can have access to the podcast, which I'm very pleased to say I got out today. Doesn't always happen. It's been uploading properly lately because sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I do the live stream and, not the live stream, sometimes I do the podcast and upload it and it doesn't quite click for days. But that has not happened recently, which is awesome. Well, the music's making me sleepy. What the fuck? Ooh. The other big thing about this travel is, of course, I keep thinking about the supplies, like the things I will. Travel is weird, especially like RV and camping and living in your car for a little while, because there's so much stuff you're used to having, just generally having, that you then need to try to take with you. So there's water, just water to drink. That's a big one. Water to drink, wash your stuff with. Like, yeah, the other thing you need to have silverware that you can use. You need to have plates or utensils on some kind of plate thing. You can have a foldable table if you need that, because you'll need the foldable table because you're going to need to make food with your little pots and pans, which you had to buy, and then your little stove thing. What is it called? Propane stove, or what's the other one? There's one I want to get that has propane and butane. Heyo! Hang it easy. Where have you been? Hold on. This is what you get. Thank you for bringing your time and attention here. As always, it is greatly appreciated. You could be anywhere and you're here. It's important. How's things down in the warmer area? Is anything on fire yet? Is really what I'm thinking. We're talking about my cross-country nonsense. I guess I could. I don't think I'd want to, because I've been to Vegas, and I know there are places you can camp and hide and such, but really... Ugh. Anthony started earlier. Causing trouble, he is. Oh, did 4-Leaf go live? I didn't check. 73 Fahrenheit right now. Can't complain. That is perfect. That is right where I love it being. 70-something. Once you get past 80, I start to die. David Basie, hello. Hello. Wait. That's for you. Thank you for bringing your time and attention here. It is greatly appreciated. Like and subscribe. And the best part is I know most of you, if not all of you, are already subscribed because you're here. But I have to say it anyway, just in case. On top of becoming a patron or becoming a channel member. Big important. The more people I can get to support the channel, the more I get to do and the more I get to show you. And the more I get to put myself out there. That's really The little underlying theme of all this is people can support me here and encourage me to do what I'm doing, but there's also a little bit of sinisterness almost about it, because with the support, I think some of you in the back of your head are like, yeah, let's get him out into the world. Let's get him to go places and do stuff, you know, because he loves doing that. Ugh. I wouldn't do it if I didn't like it, but this whole travel by car thing, the more and more I keep mulling it over and thinking about it, and it becoming more and more a reality. Again, next week we're going to do the big jump. Not the big jump. We're going to do a test run to New Hampshire or Maine. There's a vote. I posted it on the channel. Please vote. Help me figure out where the hell I'm going. I still have to do a thing for just sleeping in the car once to see how that feels. That's rather important. And to see how it's going to be when I like wake up in the morning and have to use the restroom. I can just walk inside, mind you, but that will be a norm. Going to sleep in the car, waking up, and I better be somewhere that has a toilet and a sink. And yes, almost to 1K. We've been almost to 1K for a while, but that's also because I had to stop doing whiskey stuff, and it's really hard to push a channel by yourself. I also haven't been doing actual videos, which YouTube likes. It likes to have like video content and not so much live stream stuff. Yeah, right? I'm like, really? 20 years? I wanted to do YouTube stuff for quite a while. Since the earliest days. Since I was in my parents' house. The thought was like, oh yeah, I could do a YouTube channel thing. But I never did. Probably a good thing, because I don't need my 20s and my 30s out there being recorded on the internet. Thank you, but no. So just my late 30s and my 40s, that's fine. I finally found a thing, which is the Whiskey Tribe / whiskey itself. And of course, Whiskey Tube, where I get to meet all these nice people who like to give me whiskey. I think I've shown all the recent additions. Make sure. I know some of you haven't been here for the last stream, but we got this little bad boy recently. I'll shut it off again. The Bomb. The Bourbon of Magnificent Bastards. And this is what they've been making at Crowded Barrel for the past 4 years. 55% Texas white corn, 35% Texas wheat, 10% Texas malted barley, aged 4 years in a char No. 2 new oak barrel. Distilled and bottled by Crowded Barrel Whiskey Co. This is the whole thing. They did it. They finally freaking did it. A lot of the bottles I have on my shelf that are Eleanor are just sourced. Jabbergulch. Wrong button. There you go. Thank you for your time and attention here, as always. Greatly appreciated. You could be anywhere else, and yet you're here. It's awesome. But that's the bomb. Yes, indeed. I can't wait to open it someday. There are so many. There's the bomb. There's this one. And I noticed something earlier when I was looking. I have a habit of sometimes just looking at my shelf. Not in any kind of like, oh, if only, but just like to look at it and make sure it looks nice. So there's this one. This is Rocknar. This is from Far North Spirits. This is a rye finished in cognac. Isn't this an interesting bottle? But wait. I've seen that before. Where are you? Naked. This is a non-alcoholic alternative. What's happened here? Let's remind myself why I don't like this one. I think Naked is really bad. Or NKD. Oh, yeah. It's a weird, like, fruit sweet, overripe thing. I can see that being good in some kind of juice drink. But by itself, it smells pretty yuck. So there's this one. I've had this one for a while on my shelf now. And it's thanks to frickin' whiskey, the Whiskey Vault, which I have access to, for the record. Don't forget that. I like to have the idea open to others that you can purchase a whiskey tasting from me in the vault in Austin, Texas. But that's a big, because I can't afford to go there by plane. I could go there by car, but that's expensive too. So the bottom line is, if you'd like to do that, it'll cost a lot of money. Much more than is reasonable to ask for that thing. Trying to pay for my way there, and then pay for the time I'd spend on campus. They have rooms there, so I'd stay there. You have the option of actually renting out the rooms to people, so if you went to one of these tastings, you could stay there. You could stay there on site, and Crowded Barrel would be within walking distance, which is amazing. Just for the record, if you didn't know, being on campus where Crowded Barrel is right there, you can go back and forth from your room. Oh, it's good. It's so good. We have a Jefferson's over there, a Whiskey Mentor's pick. She also recently did her Elijah Craig pick again. So if you are in the area and you like Elijah Craig, which, you know, don't let all of these fool you. It's fine. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's at least 9 Elijah Craig bottles there. And I'm not counting the giant one that sits up here behind in the back because it's too tall. There's definitely a giant bottle of Elijah Craig up there. We have this one. This is the fun thing. I may not be drinking, and I'm stone sober, of course, but I get to show you guys what I have, and you get a little jealous. I mean, really, most people would just look behind me and be like, what the hell? Jefferson's is probably the only one I've ever liked. Her pick? Or just Jefferson's in general. You didn't like normal Jefferson's. We also have this little one. Southbound Bourbon. This is pretty much a sentimental bottle because I know the people at Working Man Distillery who are in Rhode Island. I highly recommend you go there if you haven't yet. If you're in the area. And that is the one that they had in their previous facility in Massachusetts and is the last thing they made there. So that's the reason I wanted to have it. Her pick? I definitely liked her Jefferson. I did the outdoor video, the nod to Whiskey Mountains with that bottle. It was actually really good. It tasted better outside when I did the video. It was still very good, but I realized it tasted much better when I was outside in the wilderness. There'll be more of that too. I'll be trying to record a video and make some content and just being like, hey, I'm out and doing the stuff. Help. Help. What else? Jabbergulch, I'm glad you like it. I like it very much. And once again, there are words. Yeah, dab. It must be noted that Patrick Greeny donated the shelves. It did not look like this for a long time. And in fact, part of the reason that I've had to do more monthly musing videos, so the next one coming up is actually about mental health, I believe. I should have started the video last week. Surprise, surprise, I haven't done it yet. And I have 5 days. No, wait, 3 days. Ooh. And that is, I believe it's mental health awareness. Show me something. Yeah. Next month is Mental Health Awareness Month. So you're going to be hearing about that. Obviously, if you've been here for a while, you know I have mental health problems. It keeps me from doing a lot, thus trying to do more. And it's important that people know that a lot of them are mentally ill and they don't know it. That's really where I try to focus it. It's like everyone should see a psychologist just once, just to check. Not enough of us bother checking. And it shows. It really does. I'm not going to go there. We also have these 2 Loch Lomans that I got right when I stopped drinking. So this has been sitting there for about... Oh, also celebrating, sort of. I thought about doing a 250 days sober stream, but I think that starts tomorrow, and it's really not a big deal. It's tomorrow. 249 today, but I don't feel like it's really... That is the only reason I'm going to do anything about that is because content is content, and saying I'm 250 days sober, people love it. They all say congratulations. It's like, oh look, I know. I'm just doing what most people who don't drink do, and I'm very fortunate that I don't have a problem with alcohol. Very lucky in that regard. That's the way I misused it for most of my 20s and 30s and teenager years. It could have been a problem. I was not drinking very sensibly. What else? What else is new? I don't remember if that Eleanor is. I don't think it is. I have at least 4 or 5 different Eleanor bottles. What else? Oh, I know there's more. I do have a very special bottle that should show up, I hope, this week, maybe next week. But it hasn't yet. And that is from Scotland. It's very far away. And it's a very special distillery. It's called I don't remember the name of the distillery now. Daft Mill? Is it Daft Mill? I do not recall. Basically a very tiny distillery that does a lot of very, very expensive bottles. I'm pretty sure this bottle I recently purchased is the most expensive bottle I've ever actually purchased myself. Some of you crazy people have given me even more expensive bottles. Redbreast 27 year, for example. Ha! But this is certainly the biggest financial mistake I've done in a while. Investment. Financial investment. That I've done in a while. On top of just buying stuff for the road. That's been my latest little... Brian, calm down. Is buying blackout curtains for the car and a foldable bed, or unfoldable bed that fits in the car. And one little thing that's there mainly to make sure I have more space. I'm not reselling the bottle for profit. I'm sharing the bottle for profit. So, you know, raffles and such. That's why I think, like, all of these are investments because I can share them. They're not really an investment. I only drink them myself. Like, this is enough whiskey to last the rest of my life. And I'm still buying more, even while I'm not drinking. It is a problem. As a reminder, part of my mental health problems is that I have impulse spending stuff, especially when I feel bad. You know, the usual, I feel, and it's like, well, what if I buy this thing? This will make me feel better. Okay. A random email. What is that? No, don't worry about it. The place I'll be returning to do... Ooh, I just had an idea. No, that wouldn't... So I'm going to see... I'm going to a spin class, not this week, but I believe next week. And the idea just got floated in my head that I can ride my bicycle there. So I ride my bicycle to a spin class, take a spin class, and then ride back. Yeah, that's not overdoing it at all. I used to do that before, except the place was much closer than it is now. Now it's well over a mile away. And on a kind of sketchy road. Kathy Huey, look out. Welcome. Thank you for bringing your time and attention here. As always, it is greatly appreciated. Don't forget that. Hello. What's for dinner? Tell me. I haven't had dinner yet. My dinner is going to pale in comparison to anything you have. Mine is going to be broccoli and chicken, because that's one of the things you fall in as a default when you're trying to exercise and stay healthy. Chicken and broccoli. I could make rice, too. I don't think I'm going to. I usually use rice when I have fish. And I also have edamame, because edamame is good for you. On the plus side, I'm eating more fruits and vegetables than I have in the rest of my life. Which is good. CBZ? There's so many people. And hi, everyone. Make sure you like and subscribe and join the Patreon and join the memberships on the channel. Because it helps. It's the little thing you can do to help me out tremendously. Frosted Flakes. Yes. Sugar Kitty, mine was cereal last night. Chicken broccoli and ziti. That's a good idea. I do have some actual pasta, come to think of it. If I had the... oh, wait. first of all, I'm destroying the whole concept of healthy when I think chicken, broccoli, pasta, and Alfredo sauce. It's like, oh, delicious, but oh yeah, that's not great. I actually had, what is that stuff called? Premium protein cereal. I believe it was last night or the night before. And I put fruits in it, but it is protein cereal. It exists. The weird part about my life now, everything has extra protein. Protein pasta, protein oatmeal, protein cereal. Anything I eat must have protein in it. And fiber, protein and fiber. Those are the things you're supposed to get a lot of, and that most people don't. I also inhaled a whole bag of popcorn last night. I was not messing around. Just everyone needs to inhale a bag of popcorn every once in a while. It makes one feel better. Prove me wrong. What else? Opening at 1,000 subscribers. Honestly, I hope we don't hit 1,000 anytime soon, because I'm not going to be able to drink this. I can open it, but I'm not going to drink any of it. Stir-frying wine instead of Alfredo sauce? That's not a bad idea. Reminder, everyone who is here, there will be travel stuff going on next week. Please vote in the posts. I'm not really sure what YouTube is doing with this thing, but if you're a channel member, if you're not a channel member now, you can vote on where you want me to go, where you want to see me go out into the world and be uncomfortable and have a good time, but just be uncomfortable while I'm doing it. Right now it's New Hampshire and Maine. Those are two very different distances, by the way. New Hampshire is strangely close to where I'm located, and Maine is not. Maine is about a 5 to 6 hour drive, where New Hampshire is maybe 3-ish. And I want to try to keep all of you engaged with this. One, members and Patreon people, of course. That's the big one. Just have fun. See, the thing is, John McKellen, when you have issues like mine, fun is not the default. There's a lot of other things before, like, I'm having fun, with mostly anxiety and like, blah. But what we found, or what I like to say, is that travel gives my anxiety somewhere to go. When I'm just sitting in my apartment feeling relatively, I should feel fine, but if you look at me, my shoulders kind of stay up all the time because I'm tense and anxious by default. But when I'm traveling and going places, I have the reason to be anxious. Also, John McKellen. That's the wrong button. I don't know if I said hi to you yet. There you go, just in case. Thank you for bringing your time and attention here. The problem with doing this and trying to greet everyone, I can't remember who's just already been here or not. Travel through California? No. But the long-term plan, so the big push is to get me out doing stuff and going places so you can be entertained and I can be kind of freaked out, but you can enjoy the fact that I'm kind of freaked out. And to accumulate enough of what I think I'll need through your help. So there's a Amazon wish list link down below, or monetary support. You know, like I said, I keep saying it. I don't mean to, but Patreon and YouTube members and super chats and mega chats and Tangia stuff. Janky travel streams are the best. Exactly. I have been doing KillCo travel streams for a while, so we're just kind of upping the ante that I'm really out on the road. But the long-term goal is to have a solid foundation to actually travel across the United States by car and do it well. But that means stuff like a battery, a solar-powered battery, so if I need to solar power charge it, I can. It's almost like making a tiny RV situation. Get a tiny mini fridge thing. After I get a battery, I've already bought a few things so I can have storage. I have a bed already. What else was like important that I need? A butane stove. So a little thing I have on my wish list that'll help get so I can do the basics like make coffee. I'll have to get a sugar kitty help. What's it called? French press. French press. So I can make coffee on the road. And that's just making hot water. You know, that's not too hard. Yeah, I've been going through, like, I've been adding stuff to this list over and over to think, like, in case of emergency. CO2 alarm is important. And again, I'm racking my brain realizing how many, like, things I take for granted that I just have in my space that I will not have when traveling for a week across the country. But there are grocery stores everywhere, and I do have something that gives me access to buying groceries wherever I go, thankfully. I did. I got it. I was like, it's in there, and as soon as I say, ask for help, I got it. Go me. But yeah, it's really like the cost of travel is insane. And just to have a basic foundation. And I have been looking at, like, my apartment and being like, all right, what can I just use right now? The biggest problem I have, of course, as the long-term goal, is battery and little mini fridge type thing that I can plug into said battery. I have to have that so I can charge my laptop so I can actually do live streams and edit videos. What else? I need a chair. I found out it's like, you need a folding chair. It's like, oh yeah, I can just sit in the car if I want to, like, enjoy nature. The other thing is to get a tent for this long-term travel thing, because I could sleep in a tent instead of sleeping in my car for that. I'd be there for about a week if all goes well. And a reminder, asterisk, things might change in this whole plan because everything over there could be on fire. So that, oh God, Jabbergulch is why I'm not saying California. Oregon is the goal, but again, that could be on fire by the time I try to go there. So that might change plans, and my friend would not be able to stay in her campsite, of course. It's a big deal. It's a lot of fun. It is something that feels more long-term as a channel thing to do. I found out very quickly that there are a lot of RV and travel stuff on YouTube already, and that's not what I'm going for. I'm not trying to say what you need to live in your car, you know. That's what I've been finding. I'm like, what do I need? And it's a lot of simple stuff. There's also some, like, scary stuff that I don't really like having to think about. A taser and pepper spray. A headlamp and a power inverter. Ooh. There is something I saw. Again, I was watching one of these videos, and there is a rechargeable light source that you can just tap on and tap off, and it changes colors, which makes it for fun, the streaming stuff. I forget what a powder inverter is. That's what I'm told. My friend does has an Instagram and has her own jewelry making. So if you want to support her, please do. I will get you the link right now. I know Mother's Day is coming up, isn't it? Also, heads up, Mama KillCo's birthday is coming up on the end of the month, right? 30th? Yeah. So be prepared for that on Wednesday. I'll be doing a live stream on Wednesday. But I don't know if Mama KillCo will be there because she has been in the Boston area keeping tabs on Da for the past 3 or 4 days. So she's been up there a lot. She's barely been home, which of course she's been there for him. Want to go back eventually? Nice. That sounds like a lot. The idea of moving somewhere is just terrifying to me. But there are other reasons why I'm kind of half panicking about the concept of having to live in a car. Just so you know, I talked a little bit about. I touched on that during the podcast this week. Is that there are very real things happening that could impact my ability to live in this apartment, or, you know, afford to pay it, or afford to buy groceries. So all your support is very much appreciated right now. We'll see. Focus on one thing at a time, and that is the whole travel aspect of things, because that's going to be fun whether I like it or not. This is going to be fun whether I like it or not. So remember, vote for the destination, which is right now there was a tie between New Hampshire and Vermont, New Hampshire and Maine. So if you want me to visit one of those two more than the other, please vote. That helps. I like the idea of you all helping me make content that you will like because you picked it. That's fun. It's what Whiskey Tribe has been doing for a long time. The community helps to create the content. You get to help me out, make decisions for me. Really, where am I going, guys? The other kind of stuff that comes to mind is like, you can tell me how long I'm going to stay there. No, the more money we raise, the longer he can stay out there in the woods by himself. Yeah, crowdsourced road trip basically, but I do that. I try to entertain all of you in the process, and I'm looking forward to doing that because it opens up the doors to more variety. Like, I've been like touching the idea of making different types of videos, but I'm a little nervous to do it because, well, I only know how to do basic editing for one thing, and I don't know how to officially film. But I do have my brain do things and see things a certain way when I imagine something. I'm thinking very specifically of a video that I have made and that I have to do a voiceover for and that I've talked about millions of times now. That needs to get done. I will very much attempt to get it done for next month because it touches on mental health. It really does. Basically, the video was recorded when their shelves weren't here and there were no bottles on it. So that's how long ago it was. Oh, nice. Trust me, that is definitely on the list. But that was voted down. As far as the threesome goes, it was Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. And then Maine and New Hampshire got into a tie, which means Vermont lost, unfortunately. That means it's going to be the next time. Don't worry. I absolutely plan to go there, but I do know that going up to Vermont in the summer is not ideal, just because of tourism. My parents and I used to go up to Vermont, Smuggler's Notch specifically, which has a distillery. We used to go up there every summer, or not every summer, but multiple summers we went there. So I remember being at this ski resort in the summer and being like, why are we here in the summer? It's a ski resort. And I like skiing. So again, there's a lot of exploration of what I like doing, but also what I have difficulty getting myself to do. One, financially, and two, putting myself out there around other people. I don't like leaving my apartment. Reminder, I have difficulty walking out that door and going down the hallway. I'll touch more on that with the mental health video, I'm sure. But I'm looking forward to making new content and better things. And again, this is more long-term. I can see myself traveling as much as possible just to entertain all of you because that's fun. I will see a lot, and depression has taken 20 years of my life, 25, 30 even. It's taken a lot of doing and seeing and enjoying and exploring that I know I have. Like, deep down, I like doing these things. I like the idea, but because of my mental health issues, it's been in the way. It's a bunch of chains and heavy things just dragging me down, keeping me from enjoying stuff and doing things. And that's been my experience for most of my life. So the concept here is to fight back against that with your help. This is not something I think I could just do by myself. It'd be a bit weird. I need sort of like the support group, everyone cheering me on. Like, you can do it. Go on, go to Maine. I'm like, okay. What am I going to do there? Figure it out. Okay. There are definitely plenty of places to see that are free. That's a big thing. I have to find places that are free entertainment. Free food would be great, but that's not happening. Although I have put the idea in my head of, like, if I parked at a hotel and stayed there overnight, no one would know. And then if I walked in and they had that little breakfast buffet and I grabbed something from there, they wouldn't know. It's like so simple. And the part of you is like, oh, but you shouldn't do that. People are paying for that. It's like, yeah, a giant corporation that does that for anybody for free, they'll live. Like, I am at that point in my life where, like, I don't really care what mega corporations really, they do that for their guests. Yeah, but they just do that by default. They're not really doing it for the guests. They're just doing it. And they don't care if anyone can take advantage of it. That's the bottom line. No one is going to come after you for doing that. That would be absurd. He stole a muffin and a cup of coffee. Get him, you know. God. We're not at that kind of dystopian future yet, but soon. But hopefully not yet. Also, for those of you who are members and patrons, I've already finished the last book we did, the audiobook club. If you want to be part of that, you know, become a patron, become a member of the channel. Simple. I'm trying to get myself to talk about it more. It's my part of me is screaming like they don't care. It's like, maybe they do. Maybe they want to join. Give them a reason. But we did the Dalai Lama, his book, which I've already forgotten the name of. Proclaimers, I'm going to be 500 miles. Wait. I don't remember the name of the damn audiobook. It was short. Like, I was hoping the book would be... I thought it would be longer, but it turns out it was not. And it is The Art of Happiness, a Handbook for Living by His Holiness the Dalai Lama. I listened to that recently because I need a reason to be happy. I need a little more right now. And funny enough, the Dalai Lama's touched on a lot of things I already knew, which isn't surprising. I've been going to therapy for a while, years and years. Cognitive behavioral therapy, something I use all the time. The Proclaimers, I'm going to be 500 miles. I feel like I know that. Is that I could walk 500 miles? That's something else. Regularly see subway squaffles in the Boston T system. Yeah, that's something I will not like. My main underlying thing here, or a underlying thing, not the main one. The main one is getting me out of my shell and getting me to go places that I probably wouldn't go myself. With your help. But... yeah, city stuff? Ooh. I'm not going to want to be in the city. I'm not going to want to be in any cities at all. The whole thing is to go out and enjoy the wilds and the world itself, not the strange concoctions and structures and noise and pollution and sickness and bleh. The worst of humanity, I feel like, can show up in cities. As can the best. But for me, cities are they're not healthy to me. They're not good for me. Being there stresses me out a lot. So there will be some city trips and adventures like that, but that would have to be with a lot more support in the financial area. So there'd be hotel stays, dinner, breakfast, all that kind of stuff. And that is too much money for me to ask from everyone. I just want enough to get in my car and go. And be in the woods by myself. I shouldn't mention that part. That's the takeaway, is me enjoying nature, being out there in the world instead of cooped up in this house, apartment building. Cows. Oop. It's almost time. I haven't started a next audiobook yet, but I'm looking into one. I think I just thought about starting one recently. I'm trying to find if I want to do an actual story, like just like a book that would have a story to it, or some more like diving into mental health and mental wellness and happiness. And the more recent one I did was Everything is Tuberculosis, which is very good. I knew it would be, but it was very good. And everything is tuberculosis, in case you're wondering. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out where I want to go with the type of books I want to listen to next. And if I have her, yeah, I know I'm going to be just having you. Hold on. Let me put this here. I'll listen to this afterwards, but I need to hear this 500 song. I feel like I should know it, and I don't. I'm going to be 500 miles. There it is. Do not play the song. Okay, there we go. There you have it, folks. It's 8 o'clock. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you enjoyed just spending time and hearing me ramble on about what this channel will be doing, how things are, and of course, your support is greatly appreciated, as is your time and attention. You could be anywhere, and you are here, and that says a lot to me about you. You want me to do this. You like hanging out here. I greatly appreciate it. As always, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome. And I will see you out there. Special thanks to my YouTube members and patrons for supporting the channel. Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.